Up guys, back with another video. And today we will be doing the what if Naruto was a secret experiment. Yes, it'll be OP, but I'm trying to get better at and take my YouTube a little bit more seriously, at least so where I can make part 2s and part 1s and make videos. Basically, yeah, so he's gonna be OP though. This what if will end up OP. But I'm not trying to make him where he got everything already done that he needs to do, and it's only part 1. So expect part 1s to be like 30 to 40 minutes long now, not no hours. So yeah, anyways, let's get to the what if. So this is how it will start off. Naruto will be born, just like in canon. He will get the 9 tails, but instead of Hiruzen getting Naruto, it will be Danzo. And Danzo gets Naruto, and he gives him to Orochimaru because Danzo told Orochimaru he got the 9-tailed fox, and he wants him to experiment on him. And he says, sure. Then he experiments on him. So Naruto has been experimented on. And this experiment goes on for about a year, but I'm going to tell you in detail what happens. So first off, the first month, Orochimaru's trying to get him a good body. Yeah, a good body. So then what happens is he trains Naruto to get a good... Well, he don't train Naruto. He experiments on Naruto. For some reason, it wasn't working, but Orochimaru doesn't know that because it didn't the stuff he put in him, it doesn't change his body shape like how he looked and make him look like a normal human being. But realistically, he's real strong. But Orochimaru doesn't notice that it's not working for some reason. And then he tries the experiment on him with his DNA. So what he did was he put the DNA from the head of the Uzumaki clan, the head of the Hyuga clan, head of the Uchiha clan, head of the Senjun clan, and head of the Hatake clan in him. He put their DNA in him, and that took about another month. So yeah. And oh yeah, and for some reason that wasn't working. And oh yeah, by the way, Orochimaru sent a shadow clone, like a blood clone, where he takes just a little bit of his blood and he puts it into the clone. And the clone goes and takes Naruto's spot. And we're just gonna say that this is the time Orochimaru's still in belief, but he's doing his secret experiments that nobody knows of right now. But he been did Yamato. I forgot to do with the wish style. anyways, so yeah, does all this. He do all this, and he's finished with the experiment. Naruto is now one. So no. Naruto is still zero. But even though he's zero, from all the stuff he gets, he should be smart enough to know how to work stuff. But then he does it. And for some reason, Naruto doesn't have no powers. He can't even use chakra. Which Orochimaru already sensed, but he thought it was just due to the what's it called? Due to his the bloodlines he put into him. He thinks that you can't sense the chakra just because of that. But turns out nothing worked. So he knew he was a failed experiment. Well, he thought he was a failed experiment. So he sent them back to the Leaf Village and erased his memories. And we're gonna say Naruto goes back and he falls asleep because Orochimaru puts him to sleep too, like with a spell, so he won't remember nothing happened. So what he does is then he goes asleep and he enters his mindscape and he sees a wet floor. It's real cold. And he feels like he senses a large amount of chakra. Even though he don't know how to sense chakra, he could just tell large. Just due to the fact it's the nine-tailed fox. So he sees the nine-tailed fox and he hears them he hears the nine-tailed fox say, the nine-tailed fox has said, "Thank you, finally out of that prison cell with Orochimaru, that perv." And Naruto says, "Who's Orochimaru?" And he says, "You'll find out soon." Yeah. Anyways, the only reason, and then Ninetales will say, anyways, the only reason you're still alive is because I hold it back some of them DNAs, and I hold it back your own too. And she says, and then Naruto's, for some reason, all his memories come back. And, and the Ninetales said, let me share some of my memories with you. And just from the Ninetales memories, all of Naruto's memories come back, and he remember seeing the Ninetales before when he was getting the experiment on, and he remembers about Orochimaru, and he wants to kill Orochimaru, and the Ninetales can sense that, and he tells the Ninetales that how can he get stronger so he can kill Orochimaru. And he says, well, first you need to get your body stronger. He said, okay. And then, so what Naruto does is he goes train with his body, getting his body stronger, stuff like that. And he said he couldn't really get it stronger because he's just young. Because they was training his mindscape, by the way. And like, an hour in his mindscape is like a second in the real world. So, yeah. And he said, alright, I will give you half of your muscle DNA. So he sees he got stronger. He turns for about a year in there. In a year in the real world, we're going to say about a minute. He gets pretty strong. Then he let Trump get some more of his DNA. the other half of the DNA, and he thinks it hurts real bad since he got all of DNA now. So he's still living, and he trains with that for about a year. He fully mastered his strength. He's real strong. So yeah, he gets real strong. Then then the Nine-Tails says that he needs to learn how to use chakra. So what he do is give him back his regular chakra. But with his regular chakra, it hurts too, but not as much. Because that's his chakra. So he trains with his chakra, gets the bases down. Like, just perfecting chakra, how to use it. Not even jutsu, just trying to perfect it. And he does this for about 1 year in his mind scape. And after another minute. So, yeah. Then what he says, is there any way I can get even stronger? And the Nine-Tails says yeah. And what he says is I can give you 25% of the head of the Uzumaki clan. And the head of the Uzumaki clan has more chakra than the new Uzumaki clans, but he's the head, so he started it all, so he's the first Uzumaki. So that means he has insane amount of chakra. So this 25% of his chakra is like all the new Uzumaki's chakras combined together. So he says, yeah. And it hurts real bad because he has a whole bunch of chakra flowing through his body. But Naruto, he falls asleep in his mind scape for 10 years, but it feels like 10 seconds. But in the real world, he was only there, sleep. And he was still asleep, but it only been a second, half a second. Anyway, so yeah. That goes on. And he takes it. And he trains with the chakra. Like trains with the chakra. He fully perfects it. Well, not fully perfects it, but he got it to the ability where he can use any jutsu, even if it's a low amount of chakra jutsu. So yeah. Then what he does is he asks for another 25, and we're gonna do a time skip. We're gonna say he's been asleep for about a year now, and he has the full chakra of the Uzumaki clan, and he's pretty strong. So now he is 1 year old, and he wakes up. Actually, in the real world, is daytime. No, forget that. Yeah, in the real world, it's daytime. That's my escape. He's been training for 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. So now he's still 0. He wakes up. We're going to say due to the cells he did unleash through his body, he actually gets the memories of them too, the people that he did put in them. And he's really smart. But he haven't had everybody in here. He still got a few people. So he knows how to cook. So he cooks a meal. And he cooks the meal. Yeah, he just cooked it. And he eats. And then he goes back into his, no, then he lives a regular life. And we gonna time skip to, he's about 5. And every night he been training with the 9 tails, not getting any more DNA, but he just been training, you know what I'm saying? He just been training, like, how to control that power that he does have right now and get it stronger. You know what I'm saying? And fully master it. So, yeah. Anyway, so this what happens, yeah. And he knows how to clone his chakra. So, nobody can sense how much chakra he really has. Or if he has the 9 tails. So, yeah. Anyway, so he's 5 now. It's his first time actually seeing the world. So he walks outside. He sees the neighborhood. He walks around. You know what I'm saying? And by his luck, guess who he saw? He saw the one and only myth, the legend himself. And this was Shisui Uchiha. So, anyways, Shisui asked him who he is. And Naruto says, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. Because that's what Naruto told him. But he said, and then he said, but I have other DNAs too. But my name is really Uzumaki. He says, where your Shisui, and then Shisui says, do you know where your family is at? And Naruto says they're all dead because Naruto did tell him what happened. And Naruto did forgive Naruto. He says, and yeah, anyways, he says they're all dead. I don't have a family. And Shisui says, do you want to live with me? And he says, yeah. Because Shisui asked him that because he thinks he's a really smart and cool kid. But Naruto, and then Naruto says, this is my first time seeing the outside world. So I'm kind of scared and nervous. And he said, Shisui said, it's okay. I'll show you around the place. So Shisui shows him around the place. He shows him. And we do a time skip to the end of the day. Naruto comes She Sweet's house, and She Sweet cooks. We're gonna say She Sweet has a big house, and She Sweet has a Hugo girlfriend that owns a sword. So yeah. Anyways, that happens. So hold up, let me find, cause this what if is about to change a little bit now, but it's gonna be the same what if. So hold up, y'all. I'll be back. So yeah, I can find the picture of his girlfriend, but I can't find a picture of She Sweet. So yeah, this is She Sweet. Anyways, yeah. So anyways, by the way, he goes home, he sleeps. Well, he sees She Sweet girlfriend, and Naruto asks She Sweet who is this. Yeah, She Sweet says this is my girlfriend. And Naruto says, oh. And he says, hello, She Sweet's girlfriend. And then she says, you can just call me. You can just call me Sweet. No, 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 no. You could just call me. Hold up, guys. You could just call me Rose. No, 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 no. You could just call me Flower. Yes. So then she asks what Naruto's name is. He says, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. My name may start with Uzumaki, but I could have more DNAs in me, but I don't really know who's my identical family. But I know they are dead. They died during my birth. I have. And then he says, blah, blah, blah. And She Sweet says, this is our new son. He says, so you said what, She Sweet? And she says, this is our new son. And she gets happy. She smiles. She jumps up and down. She runs over and hugs Naruto. And says, we're going to have a lot of fun. And she shows Naruto his room. Naruto falls asleep. And this time it was a peaceful sleep. It wasn't a training sleep. So time skip. Next day, he wakes up early in the morning, 24/7, all day long. So yeah, he wakes up. Then he makes breakfast, and they smell it. So they wake up and they ask, who cooked? And Naruto says, I did. And they say, ain't you only 5? How you learn how to cook? And he says, during the time I was by myself, I learned how to cook too. So they was like, oh, well. He says, well, you can sit down and eat. And they said, they were scared to eat it. So they said, you try first. He said, okay. And he ate it all. Well, he didn't eat it all. He took a bite. It was good. He said, And then they tried it, and they had their jaws dropped. They was like, how you cook something so amazing? And then they basically said it was real good. And then they just start eating it like real fast. Like they haven't ate in 10 years. It was so good to them. So yeah. Anyways, they say, is there any else thing you could do? Not really special. Not nothing that nobody else can do. And then he says, can you fight? And he says, not a lot, a little bit. I think I'm still weak. And he says, well, we can train you, but first you have to spar with me so I can see where your power is. And Shisui says he's only using 10%. And Naruto says, okay. So they say, ready, set, fight. Naruto runs, zooms over there. Shisui couldn't even see him. And punches him. And Naruto thumps him on the head and says, hey, you're pretty strong. And Shisui flies back. And then he says, you're pretty strong. And he coughs up blood. He says, I'm going 30% now. So Naruto charges at Shisui. And Shisui still gets hit, but not as much because he dodged it a little bit. Says, you still hit me. And he managed to catch another drop of blood on Shisui. He says, how you do that? And anyways, so yeah. Then Shisui said, I'm going to have to go 50% on you because you're pretty strong. So his 50% is his 3 Tomo. He turns on his 3 Tomo. He charges at Naruto. I think he was fast enough. And Naruto just goes, punches him, and he says, you win because I can't use my 100%. And he like, see, I told you I'm weak. I don't even know Jutsu. And Shisui said, you're not weak because you just beat me. And the time skipping, the teleportation ninja. And I went 50%. The only reason I couldn't go 100% was because that I would have to use my Mangekyo. And you go blind with your Mangekyo. And he says, and Naruto says, them eyes. I wonder if I can get them. And he said, I'm going to ask Kurama. And he said, and then Shisui gets surprised and his girlfriend. And they ask, how are you going to get Kurama? How is he going to speak to Kurama? And how do you know who Kurama is? Because, and then Naruto says, because I am the non-touch Jinchuriki. See, and he shows them the seal. And they get surprised. But they don't say nothing. So then they say, well, anyways. He says, do y'all want to go get something to eat? And then, yeah. And that's where I'll be leaving off this what if. And I will be making part 2 today because I'm trying to get better at my what ifs. But yeah, guys, this is the end. So this is what if Naruto was a secret experiment.